You will see during the presentation.
This is not proper.
This is not right. This is not right. No, you're
not doing that. Stop this.
This is not an MBPJ town hall meeting. Can you please get out from your seat? Engineer Ismail Shafi, please get out from your seat. This is not an MBPJ town hall meeting. This is a Kidex meeting.
This is a Kidex meeting. No, please don't go by names. We're all one together as residents. Now, this is a Kidex meeting. Make yourself clear.
This is
not a town hall meeting.
Engineer Ismail Shafi, please dissociate yourself from this.
Listen to us. Listen, give us the mic. Give us the mic. Give us the mic.
This is the due process.
Put the mic on.
This is not the due process. We don't recognize this as a due process.
No, I'm sorry.
This is Kidex meeting. To tell you, this is a Kidex meeting. Switch on the mic! Switch on the mic!
Switch on the mic!
We want to talk!
We, our voice too!
Look, this meeting was called by Kidex, not by MBPJ. They cannot use this to approve the project. And this is what they're trying to do.
This amounts to cheating! Cheating from PJ Public!
Bullshit the people!
Stop talking!
You want to bullshit the people!
We have at least expressed ourselves so vehemently, so clearly. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad Idris, for allowing us to allow one representative to say a few words over the mic. After we have done this, on the count of a point of order, if you know how the meeting is conducted, you will allow us to have a point of order.
That's correct. That's correct.
We'll make an explanation. We'll all be quiet. We'll give the chair the respect. We'll all be quiet. But thank you so much for letting us make this point of order. And Mr. Mark, please make this point of order. Can everyone be seated? Let's not have this meeting disrupted. Otherwise, we are not going to win in any way. Either them or Mr. Mark, please, and no need to interrupt. He's speaking on behalf of the residents. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan. Here's the first point of order. This is not an MBPJ meeting. Your invites did not say it is an MBPJ meeting. We specifically told MBPJ they were not to be involved with this. Alright? I see Ismail has vacated. MBPJ should be with us questioning you, not up there. Your notice of meeting was really short. It was only 2 days. A meeting notice must declare the discussion points. What are the discussion points here? Okay? And please have that sign corrected. You are misleading the public.
Yes!
That's all. Okay? This is a public meeting with Kidex, not with MBPJ.
Thank you, Doc, for monitoring the crowd. I am Dato' Muhammad Noor. I would like to explain the text of this meeting.
Good evening to everyone. So we actually the councillor from MBPJ. So what we want to know because yes. So what we want to state here is actually MBPJ doesn't involve in this arrangement. Okay. So the meeting is just a meeting from Kidex, which is not a town hall meeting. Which is not a town hall meeting, but basically just a briefing by Kidex. Good evening.
What the hell?
Today, okay, let me finish this statement. I think all of you have this media statement. I've been circulating to all of you. Myself, my name is Engineer Lee Swenson. I think you all have met me through the whatever statement I issued before. Now, let me say it again to all the people here, inclusive all the reporters, everybody, okay? Let me read this out, okay? This is an opportunity for the residents to provide views, feedback, and other proposals to the Highway Concessionaire. Residents will also be able to raise any question pertaining to the highway. Please be informed, however, that this presentation is not part of the statutory process for the amendment of the local plans, but an effort undertaken by Kidex to address what they see are issues of concerns to residents. We have today not received any application with the detailed plans and alignments from the highway concessionaire for consideration by the local council. Hence, at this point of time, the question of whether to initiate amendments of the 3 local plans, RTPJ1, RTPJ2 and RKK13 to accommodate the proposed Kidex elevated highway does not yet arise. Kidex will be required to convince MBPJ that such a project will benefit PJ residents and table before MBPJ Council with all information required before any decision can be made to initiate the process of local plan amendments under the Town and Country Planning Act 1976. MBPJ is committed to the upholding of all residents' rights to be heard as provided for under the Town and Country Planning Act 1976 and the statutory procedures embodied therein. Thank you very much.
Presentation starts.
Mr. Lee, did you give that letter to Kidex? You gave? Then why are they proceeding us still? You should have given the letter before the meeting, so they don't mislead us. Yes. We want the lady to apologize to us. Please apologize. Please apologize.
他叫我们出气，为什么要出气？好像叫你回进攻。
Hello, federal government involved in the debate. That's how the cheaters and how the That was information damn good. He even know the second slide is going to be this letter. This MBPJ writing.
I'm going to show as best as I can. They have removed the mics, and MBPJ has given them a letter to organize this meeting. Now this is bullshit.
Can you take a snapshot of the letter?
Where's the mic? Remove all the mics.
Okay, let me tell you, the letter is an invitation to RAs and RTs only. It's a MBPJ town hall meeting for only limited people or all taxpayers.
And I'm more than pleased to hear.
Ask yourself, is this a fair MBPJ meeting? Nice, Rick.
All the mics, let people stand down. Yeah.
Hello, David. Long time no see.
Everyone is in the thick of things. He's refusing to back down. I already kind of said this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just a resident trying to speak. Can we all not get emotional and please return to your seats? Can you all kindly please return to your seats? Yeah. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, please kindly return to your seats and let's behave like educated gentlemen from PJ. Okay? I'm sure all of you are educated enough to understand this very simple request. Please do not be emotional and return to your seats respectively, and we shall continue. Maybe Mr. Mark, you want to say a few words? Yes. Please. Yes. You want to hear? Yes. Alright. Thank you. Now, this is okay. Let us. Can we all sit, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, can we all pull ourselves down and open and sit down? And yes. Mr. Mark, can you please continue? Mr. Mark, can you please continue? Thank you.
All right, okay, everyone. Hi. Can we all just please be seated? There are a lot of things that are not proper with the way this thing is being conducted.
Yes.
We want retraction from Kidex to say that this is a town hall MBPJ town hall meeting called for the purposes of amending the state structure plan or the local plan. Okay? We want an explanation from MBPJ why they gave a letter to Kidex to conduct this in an official capacity when a councillor has issued a contradictory statement saying that this isn't one. Okay? I don't agree with what is happening here. I don't agree with all this nonsense. But let's try to move forward. We are here under protest at this point. Okay?
Noted, thank you. If I have said something wrong, then I apologize. Meanwhile, since you would like this to be a briefing, we are also giving you a briefing. Perhaps you would like to know a little bit more about the Kidex Highway project. For that, I will invite Mr. Sivanathan to make the presentation. And by the way, Mr. Ismail has left the building. At the same time, there will be a Q&A session after the briefing. You may ask all the relevant questions, but we'll conduct it. Yes,
Please
sir?
make a retraction that this is not
I said this is a public briefing, so this is a public briefing. Siva?
Hi guys, let me listen. You get lost of that or everything. I don't think it will fix us anyway. years. So let's be very rational. Think about it and let's
Sound out, please.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
No. The fact of the matter is, we were given a letter from MBPJ. You see there, it's a town hall meeting. The MC wanted a town hall meeting because MBPJ officially wrote to us, and that's the letter we have put there. So don't point fingers at us.
I have a full HD on this.
It is black and white. It is there as a town hall meeting from the letterhead of MBPJ. Okay? That's point number one. Okay? I'm sure, maybe you know as a lawyer,
And as I told as late as as late as last 2 days, I met Ismail and Cik Kuasa, and also happened Lee to drop by there. I came down there because a request is made to me that we need to cancel this town hall meeting. We call for a briefing. I said no, because we have requested you, because the state has put a condition upon us. 2 things we must satisfy and pass it back to them for their consideration. The 2 conditions, one is a public display, which we have done. Second is a town hall meeting to impart you or to advise you or to tell you what Kidex is all about and get as much information as possible, compounded information, finalize that and giving back to the authorities for their further consideration. Approve or not, I do not know. Okay? What I'm doing is fulfilling these 2 conditions. Okay? I met Kuasa, I met Ismail, and Lee happened to drop by down there, and I think Cik Kuasa put me on the speakerphone because when he asked me, Datuk, just do a briefing, I said no. Because I'm required, I'm instructed by the state to have this town hall meeting. So, and that's a letter telling MBPJ and the council, please facilitate. Not please approve, please facilitate. Facilitation is by having this hall for the meeting, inviting you all for the meeting, because we have no position to invite the YP, ADUN, councillors, because it's not us. If possible, I don't want to have this town hall meeting. Okay? But the state has taken the interest of the people who are down there to explain to you. So, when I said that, look, if it's not a town hall meeting, I won't do this briefing, because this briefing can be done much later, during the day, during what should we do it during the night, all this, We should do it during the later. I need the 7 days. But Lee, okay, I'm sorry to call names, okay, Lee said inside the phone that, okay, go ahead, agree, call the town meeting, call. Okay? That's the reason, is because I insist, without that letter, I am not going to do a town hall. The briefing time, I will ask for a proper town hall briefing in the next 7 days. So you can wait for the next 7 days because I'm going to do a proper notice to them, but still asking MBPJ to facilitate. If MBPJ, by facilitating the request, which the state is asking, please facilitate, and you tell them they are wrong because they want to approve, there is no approval, nothing like that. The RT plan, you go ahead, whatever you want to do, we never query about your RT plan. Whatever the RT plan out there, you want to do draft publicity, what needs to be done, do. I have no problem with that, okay? My problem, because town hall meeting, I need to do this town hall meeting. You can put all the answers down there, no. It's okay with me, but must be put in the sign form so that I can go back to the government and say that I've done my part. This is what you expect of me. But if you guys never give me the chance, okay, to tell you what it's all about, which to me, I tell you, there are some of the councillors here that have invited to exercise office explain. Okay? This explanation, the whole of this thing starts from 2011. Okay? Just to say that I am not aware is wrong. Datuk Banda has changed. Head of Engineering Department has changed. Okay? So many people has changed MBPJ. Okay? Hold on. Now, I just want to
I don't think
you talk this one as I can try to be as
where was it recording?
I want to be as truthful as possible. Okay? To me, let me tell you, this is my second month in Kidex. Okay? But I need to know what happened in 2011. I can let the people say, in 2012, what happened? Oh, I don't know. I just came in last 2 months. No. By who? Like it or I don't like it, I must know the subject matter. I do expect the councillors and those who are present in MBPJ, you all down there, to go back 2011. Go and dig the file. Ask these people what is there. But we were accused of not giving the information. Okay, that's one. Okay? And now, we want to tell you about this Kidex project. What it's all about. I'm not asking from you, oh, you must say, yes, I like Kidex. No. All of you can say, no, I don't care. Okay? Because I am just fulfilling the condition put by the authority on me. I must have the town hall meeting. Okay? So to me, this is still a town hall meeting, as far as I'm concerned, because there is a letter here at town hall meeting. But if you don't want to call a town hall meeting, I have to abort this meeting. Okay? We will ask again for another town hall meeting. But we would welcome. I think if the YB or this one, if you just here to see the briefing, okay? Just be there. I'm willing to continue with the briefing, but please do not disturb our briefing. Okay? Let's do the briefing and we question the answers. Here more is to disseminate information. Okay? Can we do that?
Let's start the briefing. Let's start it.
Okay? Can we have the briefing?
Just to be clear, are they going to
For a short one,
update?
just to clarify. In fact, 2 days ago, we always insist it's a briefing by Kidex. Okay, we never agree it's a town hall because town hall is a word that only for MBPJ. I always insist it's a briefing, and I never joined the meeting at all. I was just coming to SU and Wasa and Ismail and Dato, and they said that it's a state instruction to do a town hall. Okay, that's why we came out with a media statement with a 3-party whip to clarify it is a briefing. That's why I never mentioned in the town hall at all. Okay, so this is really a briefing. Thank you.
Huh?
Doctor, can you use the mic, please? This is for the benefit of all those present.
Right, Mr. Chairman, will each speaker, before he speaks, identify himself? Thank you.
Yes.
So, Idrus, thank you very much for having explained to us clearly, explicitly, the need for you on behalf of your company to fulfill a statutory obligation to the state government about hosting a town hall meeting and having reference from the people's lives to be affected. But honestly, I believe you also have a social and moral obligation to give us enough time. The people you are seeing in front of you here today, Dato, is a fraction of the people who would have come if you had given us enough notice. Which means that if you treated us so savage, how do you expect for yourself to be treated otherwise? You get respect, you get respect. You must understand, irrespective of whatever is present here today, technically, clinically, in any which way, a lot of people's minds are confused. You give them enough notice, the council gives us enough notice, we do our homework, we come ask intelligent questions, we say intelligent things. We will not be emotive. Today you provoke emotion. How do you expect this to happen? You want to fulfill a state obligation, but you don't want to fulfill a social obligation. That is very unsocial of a company. Very unprofessional of a company. I'm sorry, Dato', because this is a statement of fact. And you want to still go ahead. I leave it to the flow. I'm not responsible for their reaction. From henceforth, I must then allow other people, other residents to speak. Here from.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan. I would like to echo what Dr. Mohan said. My name is K.S. Ong. I am a resident of Section 19 as well as Section 5. Dato' Idrus said he had an obligation to give 7 days notice. Muhammad, no. 7-day notice. Dato' 7-day notice bermakna 14 hari bulan Mei, notice Kidex tak laku, tak sah. That is not a notice. If you insist to proceed to call this a town hall meeting, purportedly to comply with statutory requirements or state requirement, then you do not have a legal standing. How do you go about it? That is point number one. That is point number one. Point number two, may I read your own notice? Sehubungan dengan itu, puan-puan, ahli jawatan kuasa Persatuan Penduduk dan kawasan rukun tetangga KRT Petaling Jaya adalah dijemput. Why confine to RT and RE? Ahli jawatan kuasa only. We are all ratepayers. Don't we want to be listened to? What is the legality of this notice? That's point of order. The third point adalah, with due respect to Ketua Strategi Komunikasi Kumpulan, in a public forum, in a meeting, members who attend are entitled to raise point of order. Don't ask them, tak suka boleh balik. That is my law.
Okay, no, please, I think we need to do the briefing. No, I think you control your, I think another 5 minutes. If you don't want to hear the briefing, I think we don't have to waste time down here. No, we say that, okay? We say that you don't want the town hall meeting. We say I am Dato' Muhammad Nur Idrus. I am the CEO of Kidex, okay? So, what I am saying here is that we have agreed that, okay, the town hall meeting, since the MBPJ office has gone, we take this opportunity to brief the residents. Okay? Since we are here, let's do the briefing. Listen to our briefing. Okay? Then from there, you decide. At least listen to the briefing first. But if everyone wants to talk, I think we will spend until tomorrow morning. Okay? Talking this. Okay? So, we are still arguing whether the legality or not. The legality I have explained to you. We have requested MBPJ to facilitate this meeting. They have done more than 7 days to facilitate this by all their So, you want a briefing or not? If you don't want a briefing, then we can go. Okay? If you want a briefing, let's proceed with the briefing.
My name is Dr. McCoy, I live in Section 5. First of all, I would like to know whether all the residents of Petaling Jaya have been invited to this meeting. If they have not been invited to this meeting, we should all walk out.
Yes.
Please let me clarify.
And I like to finally say, I know this terrain, PJ, whether anybody else here on the floor, there is no more space for traffic to come to PJ and Kuala Lumpur. They spread the traffic out, no more traffic to KL and PJ. Conclusion.
Sorry, again I would want to repeat. Dr. McCoy, Dr. Mohan Mahadeva, I am the Resident Association Chairman, Section 14(1) to 15, and Pro Tem Chairman of Say No to Kidex. I'm sorry I did not make this representation earlier. Now, our MP, Mr. Sivarasa, would like to say a few things on our behalf. Thank you.
My name is Sivarasa, Member of Parliament for Subang. I'm also a resident of Petaling Jaya in Section 14. I've been living in PJ since 1967. Let's clarify a few legal things first, because the word statutory has been thrown around a few times, and unfortunately, when the lady MC used the word statutory, that was the trigger behind a lot of the reactions. Let us get that clear first. This is not a statutory meeting. This is nothing to do with any legal requirement or statute. So there's no more confusion. Nobody should use the word statutory anymore with regard to this meeting. Okay. Now, the second issue is this. As far as I am concerned, I am here from an invitation from Kidex, not from anybody else. So that's the invitation I got. The same invitation that was sent to many of the RTs and the residents associations. The same one was sent to me. It's not sent to me by MBPJ, it's sent to me by Kidex. Now the issue is this, and I think this is the sentiment I think is coming from the floor, which you as the host of this meeting as Kidex now have to make a decision. What they are trying to say is that if you want to have a proper meeting with the residents of PJ, then 2 days notice is inadequate. Is that what you're saying? Yes! So second point. First point is, because I had the same reaction, but I came. But obviously a lot of people feel, you send the notice 2 days ago and you expect people to come. But despite that, a lot of people have come. What Dr. Mohan has just said is that if you give proper notice, a lot more people want to come. The second request is, don't limit it to RTs and to residents associations. Perhaps take out an advertisement in the newspaper, find a bigger place, a lot more people will come. People want to know. So that is the request from the floor. It is entirely up to you. You are the host of the meeting. You have to decide now what to do. Alright? So, have I set the position accurately? Okay.
Thank you, Dato. No, sorry. I have to say this, okay? As I've decided that if the residents want to hear the presentation in the briefing on Kidex, we are going to undertake that briefing. And I fully agree with the YP saying down there, and I have mentioned it much earlier. This got nothing to do with approval, whatever it is, okay? This is to comply to what I received in my letter from the state government. I asked these 2 things: public display and town hall meeting. It's not a matter. It's not a matter of. But if you don't consider this as town hall meeting, we can do it some other time, okay? But this, since we are all here, I want to take this opportunity to do a briefing. If that is okay with you all. But if you don't want to hear this briefing, it's okay with me also, you know. That we try to do the briefing, whether you like it or not, then I leave it to you. No, wait. No. Can I get the doctor?
He said a different thing, is it? He said a different thing totally. You said a different thing totally. And then we're going to hold another one.
Okay, residents, friends, again, we, on behalf of the residents, reiterate, we had heard you clearly. This is not a town hall meeting. This is only a briefing period by Kidex. All of you who want to stay back to listen to it, please be most welcome. But try not to interrupt, intervene, and disrupt the meeting, except during when you want to ask your questions legitimately, after the briefing. And what
Shall we do a show of hands on this statement? All those who want to stay to listen to the briefing, can you put up your hands? You don't want that briefing either. All those who want to stay, all those who want to abort it where you do it properly.
What and do properly?
No, if they proceed, they don't fulfill any condition by the state government. It is categorically been stated by Datuk Dr. Mohammed. It's recorded, everything's on video recording. Right? So we don't want the briefing. Oh, you know he's already said it, but can you...
He has not said it.
I don't know. Maybe my English is poor. Okay? I told you twice. This is the third time. I said that since MBPJ is not here, okay, we don't treat this as a town hall meeting. Okay? You all don't want to treat this as a town hall meeting. It's okay with me. But since we are all here, I want to take this opportunity to do the briefing to the residents. Are you all clear on this?
No.
What residents?
Or what section? I want to know. What resident?
You must specify that it's not qualified for
We are already here. Let's have it.
Tatong.
He has to
We
say
want to know whether we proceed with this briefing.
Assalamualaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this. I would just like to put a point to note. My name is Izrin. I represent Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad. We have been on Jalan Semangat for more than 50 years. For some odd reason, we have not been classified as a resident, nor were we given any notice or information of this whatsoever. So my question to the front man is actually, if you do abort this meeting and you do want to have another briefing session, please also contact all those on the Kidex website, because I have been waiting for information and none of us have got anything at all. There is some miscommunication, I believe, between the people who manage the website and of course all the other residents who are interested to know more about the company, more about the project and how it will affect all of our lives. Yes? Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is David Yong from SS2, Secretary of the Stay Home to Kidex Committee. I'd like to appeal to Dato', in lieu of what YB Sikarasa has just advised, can you just give us an undertaking that you're going to do one of those things? Send a notification, put up a newspaper advertisement. Perhaps you can work with MBPJ and send letters to every ratepayer here in PJ. And then if you satisfy that commitment to us, I'm more than glad to stay here and listen to the briefing. I'm filled with questions to ask you.
In simple terms, this meeting is null and void. No notification. Anyway, that is secondary. The important thing here is this: no more traffic in PJ and KL. That is my message, and I know the terrain. And in case you don't know who I am the project manager of Fire Highway 2. I know this terrain, this highway, right from Clan to Kuala Lumpur. No more traffic in PJ and KL. That is my final message.
Section 5. Maybe I can help what's going on. The problem is the definition, and you correctly said it's not a town hall meeting, but you've sent out notices which suggest it's a town hall meeting. If you look at the definition of a town hall meeting, it started in New England. It's an informal meeting where the public asks the authorities questions. Because there are no authorities here, it cannot be a town hall meeting. And you've agreed with that. Yes. But the problem is you send out letters there. So if you just want to say that this is not counted, can I just finish first? No, let me finish first. Yeah, okay, can I just finish the question? So, you have agreed with you that it's not a town hall meeting, and now you just want to carry out a briefing. I understand that. Their concern is, in briefing, are you going to brief one section of the community? Others may not have been invited, so they need your clarification on that point. That's the confusion.
My name is Charles Moreira. I am a resident of Section 14, I'm sorry. I've been there for, well, probably more than 20 years. Now, if I had not been in touch with our residents, say no to Kidex committee, I would not have been aware that this meeting was taking place. I also understand it was going to happen Thursday, or was it Thursday in the morning, but it was postponed to the evening. Now, while it needs to be put up on not only on newspaper or TV, because I do not read newspapers, I don't watch TV, so you should place it, signboards on the highways where we drive, so the roads, so we can see meetings. That is what the best way. Not everybody has access to the internet. I have, but I don't go to the Kidex side, I don't bother about that. And as I said, I don't read newspapers, I don't watch TV. So, because there's rubbish on the newspapers and rubbish on TV. Okay, so it needs to be placed in a way that the public can see on the sideways where any amma or any person without computer or anybody can see in multiple languages. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we will abort this meeting.
Let's go out and do our